we go from SoFi Stadium. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. First carry for the former Pro Bowler, Josh Jacobs. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Bad time to get a delay of game penalty there. Not that there's a good time, but that makes it 3rd and 6. Working from the gun, Rodgers. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
There's a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They go play action. Cousins. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. On play action, Cousins. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the Panthers force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way, just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Cousins now. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Kyle Pitts, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by McPherson. Up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's airing it out for Williams. It's caught at the 10. A big play there for Carolina. And even 70 yards. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
And look, you're down 7-0 in the first quarter. You know it's not a time to panic or feel like you've got to get those points back right away. But how about their conviction and taking that chance to throw the ball deep right there, knowing they can...
Touchdown, Panthers! Josh Jacobs, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up. Talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Off the play fake, Cousins. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Play action now, Cousins. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Panthers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
On the move past the 40. And it's a big play there as he has finally taken a terrific final act to this first. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Isaiah Likely with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Panthers have moved out in front. Extra point by Koo, up and good.